Alright guys, I'm coming at you today with a quad video. Legs is half of a person's physique, and they deserve more aggression than any other body part. I can't emphasize enough just how important it is to get the blood warmed up and moving through all areas of the leg before we get going. It will prevent you from pulling a hamstring and putting a damper on your workout. I prefer the treadmill, but I don't just walk on it, I lean forward so I can get a better stretch of my hamstrings and glutes. You want tons of blood saturating your whole entire lower body before you get busy. Also, I highly recommend squat shoes. The solid heel will offer you more acceleration, and this will reward you with a very small increase in explosive power. After the treadmill, I continue my warm-up with a barbell. This is my favorite way to warm up, even though there's 100 different ways that you could do this. Alternating between squats and straight leg deadlifts is an excellent way to get those muscles firing and ready for war. If you aren't getting warmed up before pushing your legs, you are doing it wrong. You can see that I'm doing tons of reps here to ensure that my legs are properly warmed up. You want a good stretch on everything to make sure that you are ready to give it hell. With a squat and deadlift, you want to make sure that you are keeping your back straight on both movements. The deadlift is actually a stiff leg deadlift with a short range. I keep the range short so that way I can keep the tension in a certain part of my glute and hamstrings. Similar situation with the squats. I'm not locking out at the top, so that way I can stay in the lower pump range where I can keep constant tension. The first exercise is the hack squat. I'm targeting my inner quad, also known as the teardrop. You will notice how I put my feet low on the platform and also wide. The lower your feet are on the platform, the more quad you are hitting. A narrow stance hits your outer quad a bit more directly, and a wide stance hits your inner quad more directly. But still, the entire leg will fire no matter what your stance. Just understand that there is a rhyme and reason. I need my teardrop more than my lateral heads, so that's why you see me hitting my inner quad with the first exercise. It is very important to keep your chest up and your shoulders back while hack squatting. Also, I want you to focus on the tension of your quads and squeeze them throughout the entire set. You should notice that at a lighter weight, I do not lock out at the top. This is because I want to keep a certain kind of tension with a fast rhythm. This changes as the weight gets heavier. As it gets heavier, you want to squeeze as hard as you can at the very top, but do not lock out your knees. I did one feeler set, and that was just to take notes and lock in on my connection. Then I did a very light set, just to further the connection with the movement. Then my third set was a working set, but I'm still not going all out just yet. My last set is where I'm going life or death. In that set, you want to be close to 12 reps. Never sell yourself short on your death set, especially on legs. This is where you want to dig deep and you want to let the warrior come to life. This is not supposed to be easy. These reps right here should be the hardest thing that you do this week by a landslide. You improve your mental strength here as well. If you can push yourself beyond your known limits in the gym, you can also do the same thing in life for your family, friends, and at work. Be aggressive and demand that your body does exactly what you tell it to. Now we move on to the leg press. I chose this machine because it's completely different from the hack squat. The platform travels on an arc instead of going straight on the rails like the hack squat. Also, the seat places the weight right in front of me instead of being straight up and down. I also changed my foot placement here so that way I can target my outer quads. You don't have to do things in any specific order, okay? The most important part is that you are methodical, intentional, and that you are pouring your heart and soul into every motion. This is the true recipe for success. Your cadence and flow is also something to pay great attention to. To get the best burn, you want to keep the weight moving as much as possible. This will get you greater levels of hypertrophy, and the burn will be superior to that of slower reps with pauses in between each one. Make sure to keep your chest up and your shoulders back whenever you are pressing. I did the same thing here as I did with the hack squat. I did a few sets with a lighter weight to help me zero in on my form. Also, I used reps to push tons of blood into my quads before I get crazy. Also, I want to take a moment to talk about range of motion. I see a lot of people who are loading up the machines on leg day, but their range of motion isn't that great. This is not where you want to be. You want to be taking the weight down as far as you can without compromising safe form. This varies from person to person. Also, it might take time to build that level of flexibility. Dropping the weight and getting greater range of motion will serve you far greater yields of hypertrophy than feeding your ego. Before you walk in the gym, murder your ego at the door and leave it to rot. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you received value today, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will respond to each and every one of you. I'm going to be pumping out new content each week with tons of quality information for you guys. Keep an eye out for my videos on nutrition. I have a progressive knowledge of dieting that is going to change the fitness industry. That's going to wrap it up for today guys. I love each and every one of you, and I want you to have a great day. I'll see you next time.